And welcome inside Dombrowski Fieldhouse, where tonight the Marion Mustangs invade Orchard Lake to take on the St. Mary's Eaglets, the girls' division. It's Marion at St. Mary's. It's here on Full Court Prep. Hello again, everybody. My name is Chad Bush. Glad to be with you. Riding solo tonight and looking forward to covering Marion and Orchard Lake St. Mary's. This is an opportunity for a program in St. Mary's led by Dan Heath in his third year to get a win against a big-time program. Marion, of course, a program that has 6 state titles to their credit. And they've got a new head coach this year. And Michelle Lindsay, who we spoke to before this contest, we'll talk to in just a moment. St. Mary's and Marion, the matchups we'll get further into. But now, let's go to Michelle Lindsay and her conversation with me earlier tonight. Stick around for St. Mary's and Marion at the top of the hour right after this. Welcome back to Orchard Lake St. Mary's. We're joined by the head coach of Marion. Michelle Lindsay joins us.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you bet. Michelle in her first year, but she's been at Marion for 10 years now. And first year as a head coach, congratulations on the appointment.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
A big honor, I can imagine, for a program that has 6 state titles, and they hand you the keys. And talk about the ride so far. It's been a quick one for you. I know it's just your first year. It's probably flown by.
It sure has. Yep, it's flown by. This is our last week of games. We start districts. It seems like yesterday we just had tryouts, but it's been a challenging first year to say the least. Young kids, injuries, but you know what? You can't beat how much these kids love basketball and growing each and every day. So I'm definitely blessed to have this job.
What a great job in the Central Division, let alone the Catholic League. It's the stiff competition, and this is something that's a rebuild mode, right? I mean, you and Dan both kind of with similar projects building the program. How's it gone so far?
Yeah, it's we have one senior leaving after this year. Other than that, we have everyone back. So hopefully, this year they're just learning what varsity basketball is. Not a lot of starters or varsity experience, to say the least. So it's just been a big learning curve, and these girls are soaking it in and enjoying every minute.
One of the things that you do well is rebound the basketball. It's a very good rebounding team. How important is that, and how are you so good at that? Is it taught in practice, and is that a staple of Marion basketball?
It is. We really focus on the rebounding war and giving up offensive rebounds. So we keep track of that. After practices the next day, they're usually running the difference. So that's kind of our team goal, our rebounding and turnovers, of course. So
you look at the matchup with St. Mary's, a team that does like to get up and down, and you guys maybe have a contrast of styles. What gives tonight, and what do you want to try to get accomplished for a W here?
Yeah, I'm hoping our size a little bit down low with the Swanson sisters, twin towers there, but and Ruby Jansen is big down low, so hopefully we have a little size advantage, but they're quick and they get down the floor, and I hope our matchup down in the post works well for us.
You took over for Mary, and you were on her staff for 9 years. What's it been like without her? And do you two still talk and you're pals, I would assume?
Yeah, we talk almost every day, but it is different not having her next to me on the bench. Now I got to stand. Usually I'm sitting there enjoying the ride, but it's been so great, and to have her in my back pocket there for me if I need anything. I give her a call. She's usually following us on Twitter, and she's excited.
She's heavy on the Twitter, huh?
She is very heavy on the Twitter. I don't know if she just doesn't have the streaming service or what, but make sure to update the Twitter throughout the game. Yeah,
and on the prep, you don't need a subscription, so it's
That's
free
great.
tonight.
Yeah,
so.
We're going to have you over at Marion.
Hey, that would be awesome. Listen, this game tonight's important for you. I know you have one more game on Thursday against CMA, and then you go to the districts. What's ahead for this team and this program in year one for you?
Yeah, I hope we just finish strong. We're kind of on a 3-game winning streak,
yeah.
And that's big for us right now. So we just look at one game at a time here, leading into districts, hopefully get some mojo going into next week, and I would love to end with some hardware next week.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
Thanks so much for joining us. Best of luck to you.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you bet. That's Michelle Lindsay joining us here before we get the start of Marion and St. Mary's. We're coming back with the start of tonight's game right after this. We are the Prep. Welcome back to the first meeting all time between Marion, the Mustangs, who come in 7-13, 1-7 in the Catholic League Central Division, but they come in a three-game win streak after wins against Lutheran Northwest, Bloomfield Hills, and Shrine. Meanwhile, St. Mary's 8-11 under Dan Heath in his third year. And this team won a district title last year in just their second year of existence. And they are led by Stella Puda's 19 points a game as you get a look at Avery Heath. And Marion is led by Mackenzie Swanson, the junior who averages a double-double, 11-10. We're coming back with the third-year head coach for St. Mary's, Dan Heath, on the other side of this timeout, getting set for Marion and St. Mary's from Dombrowski at Orchard Lake. Thanks for watching. Welcome inside Dombrowski Fieldhouse as we get set for Orchard Lake St. Mary's girls division against Marion. Glad to be joined by third-year head coach Dan Heath, a proud graduate of 1991 right here at St. Mary's. Dan, you look at this season, your third year, a new program. How exciting has it been to be a part of a process where you're starting a program from scratch?
Well, it's been amazing. I mean, very rarely does anybody get an opportunity to come to a place like St. Mary's and start from scratch. I mean, it's already, everything here is so established, and to come here and do something at this place from scratch has been, I mean, a dream come true, really. I mean, the opportunity to coach my daughter and all that stuff has just been, I love the school. It's great to be back here.
And not only has this program just begun, but you've already won some things. The junior varsity won the program's first championship. You guys won a district title a season ago at the varsity level. There's already been program gains in that regard. How else have you seen some gains in this program outside of some of those victories?
Well, I mean, the program, like you said, started from scratch, and in a very short period of time, we've done some pretty incredible things. If you'd have told me that we were going to have a district title already, you know, I would have told you you're lying to me. I didn't think that that was possible. But these girls have really worked hard. They've come together to do a lot of things as a team, and just building things from the beginning the right way, I think, is kind of the secret sauce. You know, just working hard, accepting that, you know, not everything's going to go your way to start a game or to end a season or whatever the case might be. But, you know, we're doing the things that we need to do to build it long term, and we've had some short-term success, which has been great.
We're with Dan Heath, the head coach of Orchard Lake St. Mary's girls division. When Dan and I were at St. Mary's, there were no girls division. It was a boys division. How cool is it to have a girls division and also have your daughter on the team, a part of St. Mary's program and culture that you grew up in?
Yeah, now that part's the incredible part. I mean, being an alumni, you understand. When you see the girls on campus, it's just it blows my mind 3 years later. I just remember this. My favorite story about that is on a Saturday morning, I come here. We're supposed to have a practice. I come to the gym. There's a bunch of girls in here playing volleyball. So my girls are over in the old gym. I walk to the old gym. As I go around the corner, girls come around the corner, and I get the other, campus is large. Get to the other side of campus, get to the old gym, and my girls are in there. And then it dawns on me, I've been on campus a half hour, and I haven't seen a boy yet. I mean, if you didn't know better, you'd thought it was a girls' school. And it's just been incredible. And then on top of that, to get my daughter to be part of the first ever class. As an alumni, they've done it the right way. The girls' school's growing. It's been a great experience, and I can't complain as a parent, as a coach, as an alumni. Happy at all three respects.
Dan has led St. Mary's, who has moved from Division IV to Division II this year. They've also moved up in their division. They've went from Intercollegiate 2.
Intercollegiate 2, right?
Intercollegiate 2 to Division to 1. You've moved up in both slots is what I'm trying to say, not so smoothly. Talk about the transition there and being able to finish in second place, tied for second in your division this year, which you moved up in.
Yeah, so last year we were Division 4 in the state tournament, and this year we move up to Division 2. Huge jump for us. In the Catholic League, we moved up, and that was kind of by design. We definitely want to continue to face better and better competition. At the end of the day, we want to have a competitive program, and the only way to really get there is to play the teams that are at the next level and give our girls the best competition possible. Kind of learn from things on the floor. We also played a lot of non-conference games this year against D1 schools, bigger public schools. So we've kind of, took some lumps this year, but it's been good growing process for us, and I think that it's going to pay off down the road. So
8 and 10 this year overall. Let's get into your team. You've got a dynamic scorer to lead your scoring. Tell us a little bit about what folks are going to see when they see Stella Puda, your sophomore scoring guard.
Well, you know, Stella is a interesting player. She's got tremendous talent, and when she gets out in the open floor, you watch out. There's not very many girls that are going to guard her in the open floor and in a one-on-one situation. This year, she's commanded a lot of attention, some box-and-one type stuff. I wouldn't necessarily call her a shooter, but she can shoot. She's a pure scorer. I mean, she is a kid who can score at all 3 levels, can really handle the basketball, and does special things. You know, like I said, there's not many girls that are going to guard her one-on-one.
Tonight, you get an opportunity to take on a program that has 6 state titles in Marion and Michelle Lindsay in her first season. Mm-hmm. You guys could probably relate to growing pains and new programs and such. Mm-hmm. Marion has been on the map, though, for a long time. They're rebuilding with Michelle, but this program's been there, 6 state titles. What's it like playing Marion, and what kind of opportunity is it for your program and your team tonight?
Well, we're going to find out tonight what it's like to play Marion. So that's something that we have had our eye on since we started the program. Told the girls, you know, the Marions of the world is where we want to get in relation to the Catholic League. We want to climb to a level that the boys division is at, get into that central division at some point, and the girls are doing the right things to get there. But to play Marion tonight is really huge for our program. That's a team that we look at as the model for what we want to be as a program. They're a great program, and it is her first year, but they're still a great program. Whether they're having a good year, bad year, it doesn't change anything. Like you said, 6 state titles, lots of success. They won the Catholic League last year. They're always somebody to contend with.
Yeah. We're looking forward to calling this game, the first ever girls basketball game at Orchard Lake St. Mary's. We've called a lot of boys. It's time we get some girls.
Yeah.
We're fired up to see your club. What keys for your team tonight to get a win?
Well, they got some size on us, so our big thing is going to not get killed on the boards. If we can manage to stay competitive on the boards and then push the ball up and down the floor, I think that we have some tremendous athletes that will be hard for them to keep up with. So if we can kind of eliminate the advantage they have on the boards and the size, then I think this is a game that we have a good chance to win.
All right. Thanks for having us. Best of luck tonight, the rest of the season, and thanks for spending some time.
All right. Yeah, good to see you. Thanks.
There he is. That's Dan Heath, the head coach of Orchard Lake St. Mary's, getting set to take on Marion, and we're going to bring it live to you here on the Prep in just a few moments. We're coming back with a starting lineup in tonight's beginning of the game right after this. Welcome back to Orchard Lake St. Mary's as we get set for Marion against the Eaglets of OLSM. The girls' division, just 3 years young here at Orchard Lake. Of course, a boys' school for over a century. And now the boys and the girls, well, they're on the same campus, a beautiful campus here at Orchard Lake. Meanwhile, Marion knows what it's like to have boys by them. Brother Rice is their brother's school, and they're located about, 25 yards from each other. So, anyhow, we're getting set for Marion and St. Mary's. Marion comes in 7-13 overall, 1-7 in the ever-tough Central Division. But they're riding a 3-game win streak. They've knocked off Lutheran Northwest, Bloomfield Hills, and Shrine, the last victim, under first-year head coach Michelle Lindsay. Let's meet the starters tonight for Michelle's club. Marion comes in with 6 state titles to their credit. Michelle in her first year, taking over for Mary Cicerone. And Molly McLeod, a 5'4" guard, sophomore, 13 points a game. Charlie Bingham gets the nod, the sophomore, at the other guard spot. Abby Landa, Mackenzie Swanson, the most productive player statistically on this club, averaging a double-double. And Ruby Jansen, just a sophomore at 6'1". Michelle Lindsay, the first-year head coach for Marion, and assisted by Shanice Miller, Pat Loney, and Pat Turner. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back to St. Mary's for the start right after this.
We begin with your dream, your drive, your grit, the heart and vision of every member of your team. We take it all, and from those threads of greatness, we weave a uniform of a champion. In many ways, our sport is just like yours. We've brought together a team of elite designers. We've put in the time and the sweat, perfecting our craft over 14 years. We've outfitted thousands of teams for thousands of victories, approaching each new project, each new game, like it's the only one we'll ever play. And let's be honest, we've done it all with a quality so unmatched that some can't help but call it perfection. You know, it's more than just a shirt. Look like a champion, play like a champion. A champion powered by the G. Hashtag GBrandUSA. GBrandUSA. Elite design, unmatched quality, American pride. We're proudly made in the USA.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
Let's meet the starters for Dan Heath's ball club. Dan in his third year doing a great job, a 1991 graduate. And he's assisted by Dawn Moss and Allison Richards. Brooke Shockey is a freshman. She's a good one. And she gets the nod, 11 points a game to go with 10 rebounds for the freshman. Mia Moss in that starting lineup, a defensive specialist. 4 points, 4 assists a game. Mia Tribal is the sophomore big, 8.7 rebounds for the two-sport athlete. Stella Puda is their top player, 19 points a game, 4 steals. This is a dynamic scorer and player, and she's going to be a fun one to watch. Watch her, number 2 in white for St. Mary's. Number 5 is Avery Heath. She's the junior. She's the leader, and she spearheads this St. Mary's team that is 8-11 under Dan Heath, 7-3. They finished second in the Intersectional 1. They moved up to Division 2 from Division 4 this season in the MHSAA. And then they also moved up in the Intersectional in the Catholic League from 2 to 1. Program coming off a district title last year. It'll be a different story this year. The challenge as Country Day is now gently placed in their district. So the focus tonight is Marion, and the Mustangs coming in under first-year head coach, we told you, Michelle Lindsay, a team that has some nice size, and they're trying to get their mojo going into districts. And they've got their mojo going. They've won 3 in a row, and so we'll see what we have here tonight. St. Mary's looking for a program statement win. Marion looking to continue on their winning ways and keep that mojo a-rolling. We're underway. The tip is 1 back to Marion, and here come the Mustangs in blue and gold. This is Molly McLeod high on the right, sophomore at 5'4", finds a nice cut from Mackenzie Swanson, and the 6'3" junior gives Marion first blood drawn here tonight. 2-0 Mustangs. High on the right, this is Brooke Shockey with it. Back to Stella Puda. Puda, a lot of range. Left-hand dribbler, right-hand shooter. Dan Heath describes Stella Puda as just an anomaly. This is a dynamic score, range out to 35 feet, as you'll see here. Off the rim, no good. And the rebound pulled down by Charlie Bingham. Here come the Mustangs up 2-0. Just underway. My name's Chad Bush. We are the Prep. Thanks for watching. St. Mary's in man-to-man. Lob down low, open, underneath, layup good. And the plan to take advantage of the bigs early by Michelle Lindsay is working out just fine. 4-0, 70 seconds gone by. Aggressive defense knocked out of bounds, and Dan Heath wants a timeout. We'll take it with him. A minute, 14 seconds gone by, 4-0 for the guest of Marion. A rude guest entrance for the Mustangs coming from Bluefield Hills. Back to Dabrowski after these.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 300,000 participants here in Michigan who take part in high school sports.
So the Butler commit, Mackenzie Swanson, has the Mustangs in control early, 4-0. Mia Moss to trigger at midcourt into Avery Heath. And the Eaglets trying to do something about this early 4-0 deficit. Dan Heath with a quick timeout. Right corner Tribal. Top side Puda. Dump pass down low. And the lay-in good from Moss. That's Mia Moss, the sophomore at 5'6". Known more for her defense, but house money there. Avery Heath on the deck. Great hustle, better sportsmanship. Avery Heath is a grinder and a player that Dan Heath, her father, loves coaching. Says she's a leader by example. She's tough. And he likes her at that point guard spot. Top side, this is Molly McLeod, Splash City. Knocked that one in from Kego Harbor. And it's a 5-point lead, the largest of the night for the Mustangs. 2 minutes in. Puda yet to score in this game. That will change. A lot of attention on number 2. Player that's a secret to most of the basketball world, but she's had a coming out party this year. Finds Tribal, back to Heath. Free throw line extended to Shockey. Tribal, their long distance shooter. Off the mark. And the biscuit grabbed by Swanson. Marion up 7-2. This is Charlie Bingham, 5'10" sophomore guard. It's a very young team for Michelle Lindsay. Just one senior on the team. Dan Heath doesn't have any seniors, nor does Orchard Lake St. Mary's. There's a steal. Mia Moss to the hole. A little too firm. Throw ahead, too far, but a fine save and an athletic play by Swanson. That's why the Bulldogs of Butler have got her locked up as a commit. Finds it in the post. Wall up by Shockey. Spin move. Foul. And Mackenzie Swanson is a problem. Here's why. In the post, double team. Heath coming over to help, but not much you can do against the 6'3" Mackenzie Swanson, who rims out. From here, Marion will play on Thursday against Detroit CMA. Eaglets dodge a bullet, 2 misses for the Mustangs. Heath sets it. Nice dish, long corner right, Tribal missed it, kicked out of bounds. It'll stay with St. Mary's. Moss to trigger. Inbound to Shockey, the freshman, off the glass and good. Fine play and attack by Brooke Shockey, the freshman who puts up 11 and 10 a game to go with 5 dimes. Dan Heath was raving about her. Molly McLeod with another three-pointer. She made one earlier from that range. Moss from the left block, no. Over the back, Heath. And Avery will get busted for the foul. 7-4. Mustangs on top. That's the second foul on Heath. And so Dan's going to have to go get his daughter. And Bella Rainish will check in at the next whistle. Mustangs by a 3. McLeod, who averages 13 a game, feeds it right side. This is the first reserve of the night, and it's a steal for Shockey. Shockey attacks, up, no, but a foul. And so St. Mary's with a chance to cut it to 1 and make this a 4-0 run if Shockey can quench here. Sort of tripped. Did they get Swanson on that? So that'll be her first. Free throw up and good for Shockey, who has 3 now to lead St. Mary's. Heath will take his seat. Bella Rainish checks in. Bella Rainish, a Central Michigan commit for lacrosse. Fire up chips. Talked to her dad, Adam, before the ball game. 97 grad of Orchard Lake St. Mary's and a fine hockey and lacrosse player himself. Bella Rainish is a defensive wizard, and she's on McLeod now. Now Puta out to check Bingham. Around a screen. McLeod. After Shockey split the pair. Man-to-man for St. Mary's. McLeod's going to fire another one. Short. Offensive rebound Swanson. Shot up long. Offensive rebound stick back no from Jansen. Puta the other way. Back to Tribal for 3. Short. Rim off. Rebound Swanson. Here come the Mustangs. Up by 2. McLeod on the push. Pull up. 18-foot rainbow. Save by Ella Swanson. Shot from the wing. No good. Up the right sideline. Tribal. St. Mary's trying to take the first lead of the night. Stella Puta so far has been defended tightly, has yet to score. Rip and drive here. And she'll try to change that here and now. Stella Puta, who puts up 19 a game, will look to get her first points here. The foul is called on number 10, Ella Swanson, who just checked in. She's a freshman at 6'2". And part of that Twin Tower Swanson connection. One's a freshman, one's a junior. They're not really twins, but they are both towers, and they're sisters. Jansen will check out. And into the lineup returns Abby Landa. Puta makes the first. Stella misses the second. Puta does not play on the AAU circuit. And this is a kid that put up 20 points earlier this year in the first quarter with 2 minutes to go. That's an offensive foul. Going back the other way, it's on number 10. That's her second foul. So that's Ella Swanson, the freshman second. She'll have to check out. They'll return Jansen quickly. And Michelle Lindsay with a talking to for her fabulous freshman. Puta around 3 defenders. Knocked out of bounds. And you can tell Marion and Dan Heath has said it a lot this year. Look, we get box and 1 sometimes with Stella. She's that good of a scorer. And they certainly have eyes. Bella Rainish with a basketball, turns the corner. Pass to the corner, Shockey Rainbow 3, Splash City! And the Eaglets have their first lead of the night, 9-7, with 90 seconds left in the first quarter. Eaglets trailed by 5, 7-2. And they've come back on a 7-0 run. Touchdown Eaglets. Moss to trigger. Her dad knows touchdowns. Daddy played at Western Michigan. And in NFL Europe. He's to the hole. She's to the hole. Layup no. Bellaranish. Stick back too strong. Swanson with a rebound. Topside three. No good. Rebound. Rimmed out to Puta. Looking for her first field goal. Left-hand dribble. Swatted by Swanson. McLeod on the run. Marion on a 3-game win streak. Their best run of the season right now. This is Charlie Bingham who backs it out. Former Van Heusen Middle School youngster. Right down the street from Jam Jam. Van Heusen. Topside three, McLeod. Splash City. That's her second long ball. And Marion grabs the lead back by 1, 10-9. Oh, Molly with a missile. And the Mustangs answer. Puta two-time. Gives it up to Tribal. McLeod on the deck. Ball loose. Jump ball. And it's going to stay with St. Mary's. Just 5.2 seconds to go. The Eaglets will have to work quick from midcourt. Inbound to Shockey. Jansen steals. McLeod at the buzzer from 35. No. And that's how we go to the second. So a very good first quarter of play. Tightly contested. But the Mustangs with a 1-point lead in Orchard Lake.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends. Yeah! Be great.
Participate.
Yes, the Eaglets 8-10. Best win? Well, they knocked off Everest Collegiate, the rival in their division, the intersectional one. Tough loss to Lutheran North, 57-49. That eliminated the Eaglets from the Catholic League tournament. Meanwhile, this is a school that combined 716. It's co-divisional, private, Division II this season. Dan Heath in his third year doing a fine job. Heath, the former star basketball player here at St. Mary's, three-point shooter himself and a good leader. And he's got this program in good gears. He has yet to get a senior class. St. Mary's girls division in just their third year. And so they'll have their first senior class next year. And Dan's really encouraged by that. Puta knocks it away. First quarter stats, 33% shooting for Marion, 23% shooting for St. Mary's. Eaglets 3 of 13 from the floor. Mustangs 4 of 12. But the Mustangs hit a couple money balls, 2 of 7, both going to McLeod. St. Mary's 1 of 3 from distance. Swanson to the right wing. This is Landa. And a long set here, man-to-man for St. Mary's. McLeod. And a bit of a lost set right now. McLeod says, I'm going to wing it. Why not? Off the mark, no. Rebounding a concern for St. Mary's. Marion is very good at rebounding. It's what they do. And they've continued that tradition despite the record being a bit down this year. A rebuilding season for Michelle Lindsay in her first year. There's a rip and a steal. Moss had it stolen. McLeod the other way against Puta. Layup good and the foul. It's been the McLeod show. She has 8, looking for 9. of the 12 points. Here she is. Puda tried to get in there, but that is a foul, and so that will be Stella's first foul. 2 fouls on Avery Heath, who has returned to the lineup. The and one is down. 4-point lead for Marion. They've led by as many as 5 just 2 minutes into the contest. Heath has it, rips and drives, shot up, blocked out of bounds by Jansen. Or did they get a foul? They got a foul on Jansen. And Ruby's surprised. She says, wait a minute, that was clean. We'll get another look here. And Ruby is the daughter of the 2-time first-team All-Big Ten John Jansen and the outstanding color commentator of Michigan football. Jansen was drafted 37th overall by Washington. Early second round when he came out in the 1999 draft. Outstanding pro career. This game has seen 2 lead changes. Puda still without a field goal. Against McLeod, gives it up to Rainish. Puda gets it back, rips, drives, laying good. That's Stella Puda with her first basket at the 6-minute mark. Marion's got to feel really good about that. And Puda has tied this game for the first time tonight at 13. McLeod, time and space, missed it. Dan Heath not happy with that time and space. Stella Puda trying to get hot. She can do it in a hurry. Avery Heath holds. And carried. So, turnover St. Mary's tied at 13. We got a dandy here by a couple of Catholic League teams that are meeting for the first time in school history. Of course, St. Mary's girls just in their 3rd year, so there haven't been many opportunities. I believe they did play at the JV level. McLeod for 3-0. Rebound, Avery Heath, who rips it up the left sideline. To Puda. Puda attacks, puts it up, short corner left, short. Offensive rebound, Shockey. Puda picks up the loose change. Missed the layup, and the rebound by Swanson. McLeod to Swanson. McKenzie, back left wing. Landa with a 3-0, and Avery Heath is on the deck. And we've got a whistle and a stoppage of play. Avery got up a bit slow, and Dan Heath wanted a foul. Meanwhile, we've got an update in the Catholic League boys side. And at the half, it's Warren De La Salle 25, U of D 18. That's from Marion High School. Thank you for that update, Jamie Janssen. Part of that stat crew. Pat the Stat in full effect tonight. Mr. S in the house. You know it's a big game. Tied at 13. Stella Puda with it in the corner. And she wants a timeout. She wanted a foul first, didn't get it. And now a travel's call. Well, the officials will come together and chat, and I think they'll get this right. It's a good crew here. Yep, they talked. They got it right. Stella was waiting for the timeout. Thought she had it, and they did get the timeout. We'll take the timeout with them. 4:25 to go until the break. Tied at 13. We've got a dandy. Thanks for watching. We're the Prep.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 300,000 participants here in Michigan who take part in high school sports.
The Mustangs 7-13, but on a 3-game win streak. Knocked off Shrine their last time out. Tough loss to Divine Child, a rival in that Central Division. 722, all girls, private. Of course, neighbors with Brother Rice. Michelle Lindsay in her first year, 9 years as an assistant. 6 state titles strong are the Mustangs. Under Mary Cicerone, Stella Puda down low, kicks out, Tribal 4-3, in and out, no. Had a big girl rebound by Swanson. Stolen though by Rainish, but couldn't contain it in the corner in front of Robin Goddard. Here's a look at Rob. Can we get Goddard in there? There he is. The black coat, the white sneakers, the potty mouth, all of it. High post pass to Swanson, back to McLeod. Right point Bingham. High post, and we got a shuffle of the shoes of the Butler commit. Mackenzie Swanson, a fine player who's having a great evening. She's got 4 points and 5 rebounds. However, McLeod is the storyline. 3 triples gives her 9 points to lead the way. St. Mary's has been led by 6 points from Shockey. Pass too tall for Bella Rainish, but that's because it was tipped out of bounds by Marion. Tied at 13, 3:40 left until the break. Both these Catholic League teams who play in different divisions. Stella Puda for 3, Splash City. Oh, that's Stella, and it forces a timeout. St. Mary's with their largest lead of 3 on the Puda triple. We'll take a timeout from Dabrowski. Stella Puda starting to heat up. That can be a problem for opponents.
Are you prepared to be transformed into a better version of yourself? Shaped into a force that others can't imagine. We are part of something bigger. A force that never quits. America's Navy. Forged by the sea. Check us out at Navy.com.
St. Mary's by 3, 3:30 left. Back the other way, 12-foot lean in McLeod, no. And the top scorer tonight for Marion, finally cooling off a bit. Puda starting to heat up, and she lost it out of bounds. It was knocked out of bounds. Ball out of bounds, baseline right. St. Mary's looking for their 9th win on the year and trying to get some momentum going into the state playoffs. Shockey missed down low, offensive rebound, Bella Rainish. That's what she does. Scrappy player, Central Michigan lacrosse commit. And she was also all academic. Marion's Catherine Carter also was all academic. Shot up, no, but a foul. And Stella Puda continuing her run. And St. Mary's continuing their run. They once trailed by 5. They could take a 5-point lead, their largest here. That is on Swanson. That's her 2nd foul. That's a problem for Michelle Lindsay. She's going to have to go get her. She'll go get her with her sister, a freshman. Free throw up and good. Stella Puda now with 7. 2 of 3 from the free throw line. She's got 4 rebounds to go with those 7 points. St. Mary's by 4. This is their largest lead. Puda splits the pair again. And the rebound by Swanson. Ella. Charlie sends it back to McLeod. It's been her night. Heath will guard her. Back to the 5'10 sophomore Charlie Bingham. Landa to McLeod. That's her spot. Heath out to close up her space. Michelle Lindsay shouts the call in the set from the sidelines. Swanson swings it left side. The Mustangs making St. Mary's work. Back to McLeod, cuts to the hole, has it rejected by Tribal. Back to Landa in the corner, and the trifecta for Landa. How about it? Marion cuts it to one. Puda open for three, passes it up to Tribal, to the answer. Long. Jansen with a rebound. It's a young Marion team. They do have seniors that are eligible to play, unlike St. Mary's. They are a young team. Look at McLeod, a sophomore, Bingham, a sophomore, Landa, a junior, Swanson, a junior, the other Swanson, a freshman, and Ruby Jansen, just a sophomore. It's a promising team, especially in that front court with all that size, and Jansen and Swanson. Twin Towers. St. Mary's, though, by one. In the first meeting ever between these two programs at the varsity level. Open 4-3, Shockey bringing the rain. Splash City, another rainbow. Eaglets by 4, 65 seconds left. Jansen in the corner. Charlie between the rings. Back to McLeod, Jansen. Under a minute to go until the break. Charlie to Ella, and now Ruby against Bella. A methodical set, McLeod for three again, you betcha. Oh, McLeod. Big Mac with 4 bangers at the break. And keeping the Mustangs in it single-handedly. She has 12. 17 seconds left. Stella Puda with it. St. Mary's would love the last possession, no matter what it is. And the lead at the break. High ball screen by Tribal. Puda gets some attention in the corner. And now a whistle, and Dan Heath wants timeout. We'll keep it right here. It's a 30-second timeout. And St. Mary's will have one more crack at it, leading by 1. Well, the Mustangs reign in the Central Division, and we know through our coverage the boys' Central Division is an outstanding one. Well, so is the girls. And Ann Arbor, Father Gabriel Richard, you see there 7-1. Mercy also under Gary Morris. Gary Morris did an outstanding job as an analyst last year on the prep. And look at those programs on top. Divine Child, no slouch. Regina, 4th. And Marion. And those are 2 proud programs that I promise won't sit in that cellar long. Inbound stolen, and that's how the half will end. So, St. Mary's 20, Marion 19. You won't want to miss halftime. We will talk to Holly Heath of Community Opportunity Center when we come back to Orchard Lake St. Mary's. Highlights, stats, scores, analysis, all of it's ahead of us right after this.
Hi folks, Dr. Joe here again with Michigan Orthopedic Surgeons. Did you know that kids are not little adults when it comes to sports injuries? That's because of something called the growth plate. Growth plates exist all over the human body in our growing athletes. They're actually little cartilage discs that exist at the end of all the long bones. It's simply where a kid grows. The problem is that the growth plate can be the weak link. What might be a sprain, a strain, or a tear in an adult when they hurt themselves can actually be a growth plate fracture in a kid. So it's important, if your kid has hurt themselves and they're not using their arm or they're not able to put weight on a leg, come see one of us, get an x-ray, and make sure it's not a growth plate fracture. For more information, go to miorthosurgeons.com.
We begin with your dream, your drive, your grit, the heart and vision of every member of your team. We take it all, and from those threads of greatness, we weave a uniform of a champion. In many ways, our sport is just like yours. We've brought together a team of elite designers. We've put in the time and the sweat, perfecting our craft over 14 years. We've outfitted thousands of teams for thousands of victories, approaching each new project, each new game, like it's the only one we'll ever play. And let's be honest, we've done it all with a quality so unmatched that some can't help but call it perfection. You know, it's more than just a shirt. Look like a champion, play like a champion. A champion powered by the G. Hashtag GBrandUSA. GBrandUSA. Elite design, unmatched quality, American pride. We're proudly made in the USA.
As the voice of Michigan student athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports are supposed to be played.
We are responsible for helping the MHSAA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
in which interscholastic students can thrive.
We believe athletes should be competitive,
sportsmanlike, and excel academically.
We believe students in the stand should have fun,
but not take the focus away from the game. We believe coaches should act as teachers,
helping student athletes develop while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should always be positive role models
and be supportive of their child's decisions.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports.
And respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports
while maintaining a high level of respect for all those involved in the games.
Enjoy the game.
Want to thank our friends at The Headhunters, led by Bill Wadneski, a proud St. Mary's graduate. Bill.Wadneski at theheadhunters-us.com. Reach out to Bill. They specialize in finding outstanding executives, accounting and finance engineers, supply chain operations leadership. Call them today. Give Bill a call at 248-343-6027. They will find you outstanding talent that you can maintain, and they guarantee it. Give them a call today, 248-343-6027. United Restoration Disaster Services for a free damage and claim assessment. Give them a call today. United Restoration's at 877-772-8737. Veteran-owned and veteran-operated. When we come back, we will talk to the executive director of the Community Opportunity Center, Holly Heath, our guest, when we come back to St. Mary's. Right now, the Eaglets by 1 over Marion at the break. Back after this.
Hi folks, Dr. Joe here again with Michigan Orthopedic Surgeons. Everywhere you look this time of year, people are running, and that's a great thing because running is an excellent exercise, especially for your cardiovascular and musculoskeletal systems. But the question is, are you running a safe running program? All too often, people are hobbled by things like shin splints and patellar tendonitis. But luckily, simple things like stretching and warm-up, the right running shoes, and realistic weekly mileages can keep you in your running game. For more information, go to miorthosurgeons.com.
Welcome back to Orchard Lake. We're with Holly Heath of the Community Opportunity Center, enhancing the lives of men and women. And Holly, what a wonderful cause. Thank you so much for taking some time to join us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, and tell us a little bit about this program and all of the services and all the community integration that you've been a part of in this outstanding organization.
Yeah, so we're out here talking about our services tonight, and Community Opportunity Center was started by a group of local parents who were looking for housing opportunities for their loved ones with developmental disabilities. And We've been around since 1965.
Okay.
We have 79 people that we serve. We have 120 employees, and we provide wraparound services. So many of the people that are with us, they're with us for 20 and 30 years.
Sure.
We're living life with them through the life cycle.
Yeah.
So most people, as they go through the life cycle, they get their adulthood going,
Yeah.
right? But people with developmental disabilities, they need more help. So what happens is Community Opportunity Center is able to step in and provide that help. So we're doing wraparound services, we're providing transportation, personal care. Our people have been on vacations, but it's been really hard since COVID.
Yeah. How can people help, Holly? I know it takes a village, it takes a large group, not only of what your team can do, but you need others to help. How can others help if they want to get active and involved in this wonderful community operation?
Well, we're always looking for employees, we're looking for donations, we're looking for volunteers. To this very day, there are people in our homes, not so much Community Opportunity Center per se, but across the state of Michigan, who are living in the homes because we have a massive labor shortage. So anything that we can do to garner more employees, the operational costs have increased because of COVID mandates, and anything we can do to get more employees, more volunteers, donations. We have all sorts of community service projects that you can do to get involved and help.
How rewarding is this for you? I know it's a career, it's a profession, but it's got to be something, too, within you that you feel like you're serving and doing great things, right?
Yeah. Well, I am a retired special education teacher.
Okay.
And so I was in the public schools for 30 years, and it was great to be able to help people from 9 to 3 p.m.
Yeah.
But you get to see their lives and what their family journey is, and you realize that they need wraparound services. So I was able to retire and become the executive director of Community Opportunity Center. And it's just I see that we're able to, in this setting, I'm able to participate in this setting, helping in all areas of their lives. You know, we're able to take them on vacations, talk with them, learn about what their goals and dreams are for their lives, and take the staffing and transportation services that we offer and help them realize their vision for their life. So
awesome.
It's much more 360 than the public schools.
I love it. The wraparound, the full service,
Yeah.
it comes full cycle, and you're with them for the long haul.
Right.
This isn't a short journey. It takes a longer time, and that's good to understand.
Mhm.
And what God's work you're doing. This is outstanding. Thank you for what you do.
Mhm.
One last question. It's an important one.
Mhm.
Who's the better three-point shooter, you or Dan?
I got to go with my brother on that one all day long.
He could shoot him, couldn't he?
He could shoot him.
He
He
could
was
fire
great.
him up. Well, you're great too, Holly. Thanks so much for joining us. We
Thank
really
you very
appreciate
much.
it. That's Holly Heath joining us at the Community Opportunity Center. We're back with second half action of St. Mary's and Marion right after this. All right, second half underway. You saw some of the highlights. We'll get you some of the numbers as well in this first half in a moment. Had a great chat there with Holly Heath. That was fun. St. Mary's to open the second half. Stella Puda to the corner. Avery Heath, rip, drive, floater in the paint. Got it. Avery Heath from 10. Her dad Dan saying she's got to be a little more assertive. She can do some things. She can shoot it. Great leader. And said her best moments are ahead of her. Aggressive defense there. St. Mary's shoots 29% in the first half from the floor, but they shot 50% from downtown, 3 of 6. Lay-in too strong for Jansen. Distracted by Tribal. Stella Puda the other way, full head of steam, layup good. Stella Puda breaks the seal in the second half, and St. Mary's has a lead of 5 now. This is their largest lead. Both teams have led by as many as 5. Dumped down into the post to Jansen, and Shockey knocks it away. Her father is a St. Mary's grad and alum. Jake was on that team with Kaylin Lucas. St. Mary's team, I think, made it to the quarterfinals. A very good team. Jake would go on to play at Aquinas College. Marian basketball. The Mustangs with their largest deficit of the night. It's 5. Swanson has it knocked away by Shockey. Throw ahead from Moss to Puda to the rack. Blocked. Stick back Moss, no. And those are 2 points that Dan Heath's going to think about tonight. Charlie to the high post. Swanson with it. Regathers in the mid-post. Right corner 3. Landa's just long. Swanson's got her back. Missed shot. Got her own miss. Puts it back up. And off the mark again. So both teams have multiple attempts that don't bounce their way. Eaglets by 5 with 5:50 left. Puda to the rack, to the hole, layup, counted, and a foul. Stella Puda with a hoop and the harm. And the sophomore starting to pour it on. She's got 11. As you see her get scooped up by her teammates, Tribal and Moss. Stella line left to try to equalize McLeod, who has a dozen, for Marion. And Stella sinks it. St. Mary's by 8. Timeout, Michelle Lindsay. We'll take it with her. Eaglets 27, Mustangs 19. Eaglets trying for that program statement win here on a Tuesday night in Orchard Lake. Come on back, won't you?
My dad and my grandfather are officials. I've grown up around officials and seeing how much they enjoy being part of the games. As a student athlete, I've always appreciated the people out there who are willing to give back to the kids. The Legacy program lets me officiate while I'm still in high school, working younger kids' games. Officiating gives me a better understanding of the game. I get to make some pretty good money for a high school kid, and I even get to spend some quality time with my dad. There's help wanted. Just whistle.
So Marion out of the Michelle Lindsay timeout. McLeod to the corner. And this is Landa into the post. Swanson up and fouled against Shockey. And that's the junior against the freshman. And Swanson's been really good tonight. 4.7 rebounds for the junior as she earns her right to the hole and the line. Committed to Butler. And we've got a whistle and we've got a double dribble. So a turnover, and the turnovers tonight, a handful for both squads. Landa to Swanson in the right block against Shockey. Got it. That's what they wanted. Michelle Lindsay said, look, we've got to take advantage of our size. We lost 7 of 11 of our players on the roster from a year ago. Shockey for 3 again, no. Dan Heath really likes his freshman. She's got a lot of confidence. But this is a rebuild for Marion, coming off a Catholic League title last year in the Cardinal Division, the highest division. Tribal open for three, no. She's had a tough time with that tonight. Moss trying to mix it up. Tribal is a Division I softball prospect. Intense, competitive. Dan Heath saying she plays like she's 6 foot. Great leader, very athletic. Jansen swings it left side. McLeod, Splash City. Give her 15 points and give Marion a run of 6-0. Shockey to the hole, left hand lay-in, counted and a foul. So a conventional and an unconventional, perhaps. Shockey line left. And they get Swanson. I believe that is her third. It is indeed. So her sister will check in for her. Ella into the lineup for McKenzie. Out of Holy Family. Free throw good. 5-point lead for St. Mary's. Hoop and harm for Shockey's through. She has a dozen to tie her teammate Puda, who has 12. Puda averages 19, Shockey averages 11. 10 rebounds to go with it. There's a whistle and a foul up front. I believe it's going to go on Puda. It will. It's a block on Stella. Marion's trying to get a post up. McLeod for three again. Why not? Oh, Molly, stop it. She's got 5 triples in 12 tries. 18 points for McLeod, and Marion within 2. Puda to the hole, fouled by Jansen, who was not happy with the call. That's the second on Ruby. And it'll send Stella Puda line left to shoot free throws. Puda with 12 points in this game. 4 rebounds to go with it. Sinks the first. Dan Heath saying Puda's just a kid that's never played travel ball or AAU, just a natural athlete, scorer. Not necessarily a shooter, but a scorer. She did have 7 triples last year in a game. Had 20 points in the first 6 minutes of a game this year. Shooter without a conscience. Dan Heath says, I can relate to that. McLeod high on the left. St. Mary's by 4. McLeod has not had a conscience tonight either. She has been on fire from distance and has kept Marion around. And with Swanson, McKenzie that is, on the bench right now, we'll see how Marion adjusts and how St. Mary's defends McLeod, who's been dominant. Puda's going to pick up her third. And Dan Heath with the decision to make. 3:08 to go. Get a look there. McLeod against Heath, rips, drives. Pass stolen away. Puda with a one-on-one to the hole and blocked out of bounds. That's a clean block and a fine athletic play that time by the Mustangs. And you see the rip. Was that Charlie? Inbound, blocked, but fouled. It's Ella Swanson with a foul. And that's her third. So both Swansons now with 3 fouls. Shockey line left, as you see the replay there. Shockey's had a big night. but misses this free throw. St. Mary's has wins over Waterford, Our Lady of the Lakes, Cranbrook, Sterling Heights, Stevenson, Lakes again, Ann Arbor, Green Hills, Cranbrook again, Green Hills, Clarkston, Everest. And they're looking to get a win here tonight against Marion. They'll take on Regina, Jamie Janssen's alma mater, and Nikki Strangos. Next, that is in a couple of days. There's a whistle and a foul. And here's a look at it. And that's an illegal screen. It's going to go on Jansen. So that is, I believe, Ruby's third. So now 3 Mustangs with 3 fouls. Jansen, Swanson, and Swanson. St. Mary's has Puda with 3. Shockey lost it. Stolen away by Abby Landa. Landa off to McLeod. Floater up. No. Before the shot, they'll say. In the NBA, that's an and 1. In the G League, that's an and 1. But not in the Catholic League and not in the MHSAA tonight. Landa to trigger. Marion down 4. 2:20 left. Charlie backing her way down. Back to McLeod. Floater in the paint. Heel out, no. Shockey with a rebound. Eaglets by 4. 2 to go in the third. Puda kicks. Corner. Moss. Pass. Tip back to Shockey. To Puda. Open from distance. Takes it. Short. Hustle by Tribal, but couldn't save it. Bingham does save it. Ahead to Landa. Now Marion resets with 95 seconds left until we start the fourth. Charlie, open from distance for 3, long. Rebound Moss, up this left side with Avery. Heath pulls it back to Puda for 3, long. Jansen with a rebound. That's her 4th of the ball game. Pass ahead, hit the foot of Swanson, picked up by McLeod. 8-footers good. And Molly McLeod has 20. And Marion has 30. 2-point lead for St. Mary's. Little token pressure look for Marion. Team that's played a tough schedule this year. Tribal with an 18-footer from the corner. And the best shooter from distance sinks it. And the Eaglets are up by 4. .30 seconds left in this third quarter. Swanson back in that game with her 3 fouls and a beautiful bank shot on a spin cycle in the paint. Oh, the folks in Butler are blushing. That's a beautiful move. And it cuts it to 2. Puda to the rack, puts it up and misses long, distracted by the wallop by Swanson. Back out, Shockey, floater, elbow, no. And that's how the third ends. A 2-point lead for St. Mary's. One better than they did at the break. We got a dandy. Come on back for the fourth between the Eaglets and the Mustangs right after this.
Are you prepared to be transformed into a better version of yourself? Shaped into a force that others can't imagine. We are part of something bigger. A force that never quits. America's Navy. Forged by the sea. Check us out at Navy.com.
Yes, the intersectional one of the CHSL. St. Mary's finished tied for second with Everest Collegiate. Eaglets 7-3. Lost out to Bishop Foley, who was edged out by St. Catherine's in the championship for the Cardinal Division. Welcome back to Orchard Lake. My name's Chad Bush. Dan Heath very proud of his second place finish. Knows that first place is something they want, but he's very proud with back-to-back second place finishes in years 2 and 3 of the program. Swanson open from 20, doesn't want it. McLeod does from 25. Offensive rebound back to Swanson, back to McLeod. 15-footer, no. Offensive rebound, got it to tie the game at 34. Swanson with a blue-collar approach and a gritty grab of the offensive rebound. And this is what Dan Heath was fearful of. The ability for Marion to rebound the basketball and for their bigs to score like this as Swanson banks it home. 11 points, 12 rebounds, a double-double for Swanson. Misses the free throw, though. And we stay tied at 34. St. Mary's has gone to their bench, and they check in Lauren Buckley. Jump shot, Tribal from the corner, no. Tied at 34. Just 30 seconds gone by in the fourth. McLeod attacks, layup, no. Foul on the floor. It'll go on Heath. That'll be her fourth. And so Dan, her dad, is going to have to go get Avery, his daughter, who he's coached since the 4th grade, he says. And very impressed with her maturity beyond her years and a leader by example. She's got a tough task tonight, checking McLeod. Swanson they want back in the post to eat some more, and she won't there. Rebound, one out by Puda. And a jump ball, and it's St. Mary's ball. Tied at 34, 54 seconds gone by in the final chapter of this saga. Allison Richards and Dawn Moss are the assistants under Dan Heath. Some great experience. Dan very thankful for his assistants. Allison Richards, who teaches in the school, and Dawn Moss, the all-time leading scorer at Mason High School in the Lansing area. McLeod open, dead spot right, no. Offensive reset by Jansen, back to Landa, 3, no. So we sit at 34 aside for the moment. So here come the Eaglets, who have shot 31% tonight. The Mustangs have shot 32.5%. Both teams at 30% from downtown. Pretty evenly matched. We're tied at 34, no surprise. Stella Puda, 2-teamed by a couple of 6-footer plus. Back to Shockey. Back out to Tribal, 4-3 long. And the rebound let go by McLeod. And the Mustangs get it back. Oh, what a final fourth we got in front of you. Don't go anywhere. Alex Westfall, your executive producer. Fresh off the DL. He was on the 2-day DL, that was it. Had to get him back. Whistle down low, and they'll reset. The great Matt Schwartz on replay tonight, the co-pilot. Happy to get his new t-shirt and gear from G Brand. We'll have our G of the game after this one. A t-shirt and a hat. That's the new trend here. All swaggy thanks to Brian Metallic and the great folks at G Brand. There's a shot close range. No good from Swanson. Gets back the loose change. Count it. And the foul. Oh, the money moves from Swanson. And the bonus. a one-woman wrecking crew in that paint right now. And she's got her lunch pail underneath her arm. Marion back in the lead for the first time in a long time. Missed shot stolen by Moss. Most improved player on the team, according to Dan Heath. Shot up, Stella Puda short. And out of bounds, lost by Landa. An inadvertent turnover. Eaglet basketball. Mia Moss to trigger. Into Tribal. Back to Buckley. Tribal open from distance. Splash City. Mia Tribal triples. And it's a big one. And it gives the Eaglets a 1-point lead. 5.5 left. Tribal now with 5 in this game to go with 4 rebounds. She averages 8.7 rebounds and 4 assists, so right about on par. That's going to go on Tribal as we get a look here at the rip and drive from Swanson from the right elbow. Hot knife through butter. And she's back to the stripe to try to tie this baby up. And she does. Mackenzie Swanson now with a cool 14 points and 14 rebounds. McLeod with 20 points. St. Mary's being led by Puda's 14 and Shockey's 12. Substitution as Buckley with some 5 minutes off the bench will now rest. And back in there is Avery Heath. 5 minutes left. Stella Puda, who's been stuck on a dozen for a minute, 14 for a minute, looking to get loose. Her team down a point in a back and forth affair, and the first ever tilt between these two programs. Many more to come. Shockey fakes the 3, rips, drive, shot off the glass, too strong. And save to Shockey, layup, good. Oh, Shockey stuck with it, stole it, and scored it. And the Eaglets are back up by 1 on the fabulous freshman's hustle. An elite rebounder at 5'10", says Dan Heath about Shockey. Tremendous passer. Shot off, no. Moss is fouled going down the avenue. Foul's going to go on number 31. That's on Charlie. That's her second foul. Team 6. Marion had 1 to burn. Puda rips, drives, floater, too strong, got her own miss. Layup, good. Oversize at 6'3". Somehow Puda got it to fall. And the Eaglets are up by a full possession, 41-38. McLeod the other way. Too strong, out of bounds. Mustangs save it. Up next for Marion, they will take on Detroit CMA on Thursday. Timeout on the floor. Michelle Lindsay wants to talk it over. A tight one, a back and forth affair. St. Mary's by 3. Come on back for the Final Four, won't you?
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom.
On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends. Be great.
Participate.
There you get a look at Michelle Lindsay, first-year head coach. Got a nice resume to her. Took over for Mary Cicerone, doing a great job in her first year. 9-year assistant under Mary. Played for her for 4 years. Back-to-back state champs in 14 and 15. Michelle graduated in 09. Did great things at Hillsdale and then would continue on with her education at Madonna and get her nursing degree. Stella Puda left block, has it blocked. Thanks to Swanson, and now we get a whistle and a foul on Puda, and that is going to be Stella Puda's 4th. That's a problem. And with 3:30 to go, Dan Heath with a decision to make. As you get a look at Swanson, the Butler commit, and now you get a look at Puda, the 19-point-per-game performer, and just a sophomore for the Eaglets. You see the attitude, good spirits, despite the 4 fouls. Free throw up and good. This is Swanson, who's 4 of 9 from the stripe. Mackenzie Swanson, make her now 5 of 10. So 41-40, 1-point lead for St. Mary's, 3:30 left. Here comes Shockey, who's been a big part of the attack tonight. 14 points to match her jersey number. Dump down low, dangerous pass in traffic. Kick out, Tribal, 4-3 short. Molly with 20 tonight. Go with a few assists and rebounds as well. Pass is too tall. Charlie couldn't handle it. Puda with pressure. And the Eaglets get it back with just under 3 to go. Utica Eisenhower 32, Regina 19. That's with 4 minutes to go in the third. There's a steal by Swanson, layup good. 42-41, here come the Mustangs. After the Swanson swipe and score, she has 19 to go with 15. But she picks up a blocking foul here. It's her 4th. So 4 on Mackenzie Swanson, 4 on Stella Puda, 4 on Avery Heath. And it is now a 1-and-1 situation for St. Mary's. That is the 7th team foul, so 1-and-1 for Shockey, and she banks it in. And she looks up at the heavens and says, thank you, and laughs. They all count the same. As Ernie Harwell would say, it looks like a line drive in the scorebook, even if it's a Texas leaguer. All right, we're tied at 42. Split the pair. What a great finish ahead here. McLeod against Heath. Heath playing with 4 fouls. Bingham back to Molly from the right elbow. No, and it's a foul on Heath. That's going to be her 5th. She will foul out. Bella Rainish will check in. It's the 10th team foul. 2 free throws, double bonus time. It was 2 shots anyhow with a shooting foul. And Avery will check out. And a talking to moment by Dawn Moss on that Eaglet bench. McLeod free throw up and good. And Marion regains the lead. Molly now in this game with 21 points, blackjack. 2:15 to go, Marion by 1. Dan Heath wants timeout, and we'll take it with him. Marion by 2 in a back-and-forth affair that the Eaglets have owned for most of this second half. Come on back for the final 2, won't you? We're the Prep.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 300,000 participants here in Michigan who take part in high school sports.
There you see the Dan Heath huddle. St. Mary's down by 2. Welcome back to Orchard Lake. Marion 44, St. Mary's 42. In a back and forth affair. 22 points for McLeod for Marion, 19 for Swanson to go with 15. St. Mary's led by Puda 16 and Shocky's 15. But right now the Eaglets have fouled out their junior leader Avery Heath. And Bella Rainish is in, the junior forward and the Central Michigan lacrosse commit. They don't even have a lacrosse team at St. Mary's, and she got a scholarship. There's a pass that's tipped away, stolen away. McLeod on the run, lay in, no. And the rebound could not be corralled by Tribal. Oh, the Eaglets caught a break, and they gave it right back to the Mustangs. There you see the miss, and there you see that. Swanson gets the bucket, 4-point lead. Rainish surveys the defense, dangerous cross-court pass, and it's picked. And a big steal there by the Mustangs and Bingham. 4-point lead, 90 seconds left. Puda playing with 4 fouls. Moss and Rainish, tight defense. McLeod lost it. Landa, jumper, short, and saved by Moss. Puda on the run. To the rack, a whistle and a foul. She'll get 2 free throws. Drew the contact, 1:08 left. That is the 4th foul on Jansen. So now Jansen with 4. Swanson with 4, McKenzie. Swanson with 3, Ella. Heath is fouled out, Puda with 4, but right now she's line left, trying to cut this lead in half. 2 shots, Stella Puda. And she misses the first. Puda averages 19 points a game, the 5'7" sophomore. 4 steals. Big one here that could cut it to 3, and she missed it. So Marion in control right now, and Michelle Lindsay says, we don't want to blow it, let's talk it over. We'll talk it over with them. 1:04 left. Mustangs by 4, trying to win their 4th straight game here in Orchard Lake. We'll come on back for the finale right after this.
Are you prepared to be transformed into a better version of yourself? Shaped into a force that others can't imagine. We are part of something bigger. A force that never quits. America's Navy. Forged by the sea. Check us out at Navy.com.
There you see the Marion huddle. Michelle Lindsay with a big responsibility at this school, and says, look, I don't take it for granted. This is a big responsibility, but hey, she's got a lot of years ahead of her. She's just in year 1, doing a great job with this team in the tough Central Division. St. Mary's trying to make up for instant points. They're down 4. Jansen in the corner, and St. Mary's wants to foul, but they can't have Puda do it. Bella Rainish will. But that's not who they wanted at the line. Dan Heath wanted him to get the freshman, or excuse me, the sophomore Ruby Jansen. Instead, they get McLeod. 22 points tonight, the high scorer in the building. Molly McLeod, all league in the Central Division. Avery Heath was all league for St. Mary's. So was Mia Moss. Stella Puda was all Catholic. And so was Brooke Shockey. And Catholic League honors all around. Free throws are up and good. 6-point lead. 46 seconds left. We'll keep it right here. Want to tell you about our friends at the Headhunters. And Bill Wadneski and the great folks at the Headhunters. Give them a call today, 248-343-6027. Specializing in finding outstanding talent, executives, accounting and finance, engineers, supply chain, operations leadership. Looking to hire? Give Bill a call today. He guarantees the hire. Give him a try, 248-343-5027. Visit them at theheadhunters-us.com. Mansour Homes, real estate professionals. Al Mansour, realtor. Mansour Homes, powered by Keller Williams. 248-444-5700. You looking to buy or sell? Al's got you covered, especially in this area. Al's got the ins and outs of every Lakes area, Oakland County, Macomb County. He's got you covered. 248-444-5700. Mansour Homes, real estate professionals. Now, Marion with their largest lead of the night of 6 points, and it comes with 46.2 seconds left. The Eaglets need instant points, and their top point getters are also riding foul trouble. Puda with 4 fouls, Shockey with 2. Puda looking to get something going here for St. Mary's. Finds Tribal. To the free throw line to Moss. Kick out Rainish. Tribal fires a 3, short, and fouled immediately. So, Marion looking in prime position to keep their win streak a-rolling. And for a program that's trying to get on track at the right time, Michelle Lindsay says, look, we got to get our mojo going into districts next week. Says, look, I love my team. A lot of gym rats. They want to get in the gym. They're gritty, but still learning on the basketball court. As Charlie knocks down the free throw, and the largest lead of the night continues to grow for Marion. So she talks with Mary quite a bit, Mary Cicerone, and says Mary's been to a handful of games. She wanted more Twitter updates. We had to get our Twitter going. But big-time friend and mentor, and gives great advice. Stella Puda for 3, that's long. Offensive rebound by Bella Rainish, and that is an over and back. So stick around after this one. We'll have our G of the game. And with 12.5 seconds left, Marion has reached half 100. And Dan Heath has called off the dogs as McLeod will look to dribble this thing out. And Marion in prime position under Michelle Lindsay for their best stretch of basketball this season. 4 straight wins for the Mustangs in a rebuild season in prime position down the stretch. Meanwhile, St. Mary's in what could have been perhaps a program-defining win, still a lot ahead for the Lady Eaglets, who've done great work this season. We'll come on back with our G of the game, highlights, stats, and much, much more right after this. We're the Prep.
Begin with your dream, your drive, your grit, the heart and vision of every member of your team. We take it all, and from those threads of greatness, we weave a uniform of a champion. In many ways, our sport is just like yours. We've brought together a team of elite designers. We've put in the time and the sweat, perfecting our craft over 14 years. We've outfitted thousands of teams for thousands of victories, approaching each new project, each new game, like it's the only one we'll ever play. And let's be honest, we've done it all with a quality so unmatched that some can't help but call it perfection. You know, it's more than just a shirt. Look like a champion, play like a champion. A champion powered by the G. Hashtag G-Brand USA. G-Brand USA. Elite design, unmatched quality, American pride. We're proudly made in the USA.
Are you prepared to be transformed into a better version of yourself? Shaped into a force that others can't imagine. We are part of something bigger. A force that never quits. America's Navy. Forged by the sea. Check us out at Navy.com.
Welcome back to Dabrowski Fieldhouse. The Mustangs of Marion get it done tonight, 50-42. They came from behind. It was not always easy, but they did lean on the services of their 6'3 junior commit to Butler, Mackenzie Swanson, who had a big night, 21 points, 16 rebounds, and she is our G of the game. Congratulations, Mackenzie.
Thank you so much.
This wasn't an easy battle. I know you guys had a size advantage in this game, and it was clear that was part of the game plan, was to find you in the post. Did you know this was coming?
Yeah, before we were talking about use our size as an advantage, get it in, and just finish around the rim, rebounds, rebounds, rebounds.
You and your sister had a lot of load to carry, and,
yeah.
and I can imagine this year it's been a lot of that. What's it been like playing with your sister and working together on the glass and in the paint?
I love playing with my little sisters, just like in the driveway. We're playing one-on-one. We push each other during practice and in games. I get it to her. She gets it to me. It's like awesome.
Now, this season has been not the same season from a year ago. You're one of the starters that did return.
Mm-hmm.
But, Mackenzie, look, it's been an adjustment and a rebuilding year with Mary gone now, a new regime with Michelle. What's it been like with the adjustment under this new regime?
It was hard at first. Definitely a learning experience, but I think we're finally getting it better. 4 straight wins so far, hoping to carry that out till my senior year.
You're a Butler commit.
Yeah.
You decided to be a Bulldog already.
Yeah.
And what was it about Butler that attracted you to Indianapolis?
Oh, my God, the coaches.
Yeah.
Their recruiting was the best I had ever received. They felt like family right off the bat. It's just like, you know.
Some good people down there.
Yeah.
Congratulations on the win, the outstanding performance, 21 points, 16 rebounds. Best of luck the rest of the way, and keep this run going.
Thank you so much.
All right, there she is. That's Mackenzie Swanson, our G of the game. And look at that hat. Look at the hat, the T-shirt. I know Mackenzie's going to wear it at some point.
Oh, I'm going to wear it right after.
There you go. All right. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with the final stats and highlights from this one. Marion wins it 50-42 over St. Mary's. Thanks for watching. We're the Prep.
Hi folks, Dr. Joe here with Michigan Orthopedic Surgeons. We all know that our wives and daughters deserve special attention, but that's especially true when it comes to their knees. Do you know that females are at a 2 to 5 times risk compared to their male counterparts when it comes to blowing out their knees? It doesn't seem fair, but it's true. The reasons include the way females are made and the way they fire their muscles. But fortunately, there are injury prevention programs out there that can greatly decrease this risk of injury. And if you do know a female who blows out her ACL, don't despair. We have neat, innovative, minimally invasive ways to fix their knees and get them back onto the field. For more information, go to miorthosurgeons.com.
Welcome back to Orchard Lake. Some highlights from this one. Molly McLeod made it really difficult for us. She made a great argument for G of the game. She had 24 points, 5 of 14 from downtown. There you see some of the triples. She was a big part of the Marion effort. Stella Puda did her best as well and had St. Mary's in the lead for a lot of this. 16 points, 6 rebounds for Stella. But McLeod was making it rain and had it going on. She would come back to close it out. Swanson, a big part as well. St. Mary's wasn't going down easy. This is Tribal, their best long-distance shooter. Again, St. Mary's in this game saw their lead fluctuate a few times, but Swanson too much down the stretch. And you saw the 6'3 junior commit to Butler, and you heard her here as our G of the game. Puts up 11 and 10 a game, but extra special tonight in Orchard Lake as she goes for 21 and 16. My name is Chad Bush. Welcome back to Dabrowski Fieldhouse. I want to thank our hardworking staff and crew for making this broadcast possible. Alex Westfall, the executive producer. Matt Schwartz on replay. Evan Westfall on graphics. Rob Sarna on camera. Kyle Buchanan on camera. Brad the Boss Ross on camera 3 doing some great work. Fish on audio, back from sabbatical. Always good to see him. Pat the Stat doing great work on statistics. Jamie Janssen also working hard on statistics. Thank you to Anthony Colombo, our social media manager. My name is Chad Bush. Saying once again, thank you so much for watching. Marion wins it. They win their 4th in a row, climb their record to 8-13. In their first game ever against Orchard Lake St. Mary's, the Eagles with a bright future move to 8-11 and look with a full head of steam in Division II. Thanks to St. Mary's for hosting this here at Dabrowski Fieldhouse. Once again, good night from Orchard Lake. Marion wins it by 8. Good night, everybody.